Hey, what's up guys? This is Elise with AYB Plays. Today we're checking out the newly released and very quietly released demo of The Sims 4 Create a Sims, which launches on September 2nd. Here with me is Ryan.
Hello.
Hey Ryan. So are you excited for The Sims?
Of course I am. I am the hugest Sims nerd. No, maybe not the hugest, but...
I don't know. We have a couple really big Sims quote-unquote nerds in our AYBOnline group.
Yeah, like Kayla and Kaylee and
Erica. Oh, shout out to you guys.
At the risk of sounding sexist, all the girls on our staff and me.
Yeah,
that's why I sound a huge nerd. No, I played every one of them. I've owned all the Sims. I haven't gotten all the expansion packs. There's a few that I never actually did buy, but I found a way to play them somehow. And yeah, I loved it. I used to play them all the time.
Yeah. So this is sort of a much anticipated game with die-hard Sims fans everywhere. But it was sort of under wraps until, last year, I think?
Yeah, very recently. Summer last year, I think, was when they made the big announcement. I don't know if it was at E3 or Gamescom last summer. They said, hey, it's coming, just to let you know, but you gotta wait a year. And then that whole year, they released virtually no information at all. Yeah. And then I think it was GDC earlier this year, they gave the first demo of this, the Create a Sim. And then it wasn't until almost E3 before they showed any of the building homes or pretty much the other 75% of the game.
Yeah. So let's just dive in here. We'll check this out. So this is a free-to-play. You can download off of the Sims website, also right off of Origin as well. So you can check that out yourself if you enjoy it. Yeah. All right. So it starts off with a lovable hipster, apparently.
His big hipster glasses and his arm sleeve tattoos.
So myself, I'm a big Sims fan, but I never actually, I'm one of there's the two groups of players. There's people who play and people who create. I'm one of the creative people, I guess. I never actually play the game, but I love building Sims and I love building houses and towns. So I'm looking forward to see what Sims 4 has to offer in terms of creation. Mm-hmm. Already we see the menu's really different. It's a lot smaller. They used to have the boxes here, so we'll have to see. I guess this is like an add sim down here. Randomize, it looks like. Awesome, all types of body types and.
Yeah, well, I think one of the things that's probably the most cool about this new one, and probably why they've done so much, taken so much time to show off the Create a Sim, is because it's kind of like just playing with putty. If you want to make them fatter, you grab their belly and you stretch it.
Oh, she's very eating disordery.
But yeah, you can also do a lot more in terms of body types too. You can make them a lot different, broader shoulders, more muscle, that kind of stuff. But they got rid of a lot of the menus because everything you want to change is on their body. You just grab their body parts and stretch them out.
Yeah, so as you can see, there's no weird dressing room that the Sims always had either, and it's a lot different than the original Sims, which was just basically paper dolls, where they just had a couple of heads, a couple of torsos, and a couple of legs.
Yeah.
And you could just randomize like that. I remember constantly just picking the same guy and the same girl every single time, and then even when you would just have a kid, it would just be this random.
They all look the same.
It would be a random, not random kid because there was only 5 body types you could choose from.
Yeah.
So today we're gonna start out flip of a coin, which we don't actually have a coin. So who would you like to make today?
I think we should make you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I think we should make you.
Yeah, make me today?
Yep.
All right, well, we can do that. So I'm obviously a female, so we can start that. Down here...
You're a female?
What? Last time I checked. So down here I see there's a start over and an save household, which is the accept, I guess. I'm assuming, so this is a save, but it looks like it's probably a save and then you can come back to it again, I'm guessing. And then open the gallery, which would be if you have one that has been previously saved, probably.
I'm thinking picture gallery, actually, because it looks like little pictures.
Oh yeah, let's see.
Share your creations with the world.
Oh my gosh, yeah, as Sims loves to do that now that you can There's a community.
Holy hell. There's 1 million households in this gallery.
Wow. All right. So people have been hard at work already, creating their Sims. So what is this? Sweet. I don't know what this is. Melodic. Or I don't even know what that says.
I can't read it from this far away. Lidded?
Is that? I guess it's the voice.
Shlovajila.
Yeah, it's the voice.
Weird.
Omiva Shyla.
Mine's probably a little bit deeper.
Algorithm and Kira.
All right, so this is the default walk style. So you can change. There's a party walk. Oh yeah, you go, girl. Snooty, my snooty. Swagger.
Yeah, you got
You
swagger.
got swagger.
Oh, there's a feminine walk. There you go.
No, I definitely don't have that. Tough walk, yeah.
It's just like broad shoulders.
Goofy walk. That's
It's like sluggish.
when I
walk.
wake up in the morning. Usually, that is my bed to coffee maker walk. No, that's my bed to sluggish
Yeah.
walk. Yes.
That's your bed to coffee
certainly, yeah. That's when somebody knocks on the door really early in the morning, and I'm like, God, I want to get that.
walk.
Okay,
Not bouncy.
so we're gonna go with the swagger. So here are aspirations and traits, which usually I pick after because I like to design the people's first.
So all you can make is a young adult in this demo, apparently.
It looks like it.
All right.
So like Ryan was saying earlier, there are no menus in terms of the traditional, which you have sliders to pick. Instead, from what I've seen from demos before, you can pick the, area of the body that you want to change, and then you can sort of pull it if it actually works.
Yeah, it's working.
So yeah, you can see it.
Can you zoom in? There you go.
Sure can. Use the roller wheel there to... Okay, so there's menus that pop up if you want to go top down. So
When you click on her hair, now you get to choose.
yeah,
the hair.
so now you get to like choose a hairstyle.
Hey, look, you can actually do kind of a teal color.
Oh yay! So that's the color my hair actually is. That's kind of neat. Do a long one.
That's pretty
Alright.
close if you leave your hair down.
Okay, so
Oh,
this
weird.
is the eye height, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, and you can change the eyes now too.
Bring the eyes in. I think you can rotate them just by clicking here. Bring the nose. You're gonna have to guide me in
Yeah.
what my nose looks like, 'cause I can't see it.
Yeah, probably a little bit. Yeah, like that. Maybe a little bit out more.
A little bit out more, like
Well,
all the way out there.
Not
No.
like a Pinocchio nose, but yeah, that's probably pretty good.
that?
That's pretty good.
Okay.
You have very different lips, though.
Yeah, so you can pick these different ones down here. So this is like the old school. You get to pick a default and then you can sort of adjust it. Wow, it's like kind of strange.
Yeah, a little bit.
Gonna have to get used to the controls here. It's actually really easy, but I click on random things a lot.
It's just very different because you're used to the game having menus and sliders and things like that.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I think what's the very, very bottom one on the...
These ones?
Yeah. Maybe not.
No? So...
Yeah, maybe something like... Maybe those
Yeah,
ones.
so many options. Those are very, like, duck-facey lips.
Yeah, just pursed all the time. Should be doing selfies.
No, God, no. For those of you who don't know, I don't do selfies. Probably like that.
What's wrong with selfies? Yeah, sure.
Alright, so yeah,
Should
there's...
change the eyes, though.
Change the eyes?
Yeah.
Okay. Stop moving! Alright, how should I change the eyes? Can you click
well,
on them? Okay,
yeah,
there
and then
we
you
go.
get a different style.
That's probably a little bit closer.
Definitely not those ones.
So there's a lot of default options, which I'm surprised about with how much, like, customization there is.
Yeah.
And I only say that because they were really trying to go with this clean approach to it, where there's very little or no menus.
Something like one of those last three you picked is probably pretty close.
This, or this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with those ones.
Okay.
This person could look nothing like me. I have no idea. I don't know what I look like. I avoid mirrors at all costs. So. All right, so for the hair, let's see, hats, accessories. So these are all like the face options. So you could probably click on, okay, so makeup, and then accessories.
Give yourself a hat. You don't really wear hats.
So Ryan, I think where I stand in terms of the style of it is I liked the way The Sims was going in terms of the more realistic approach, just because it's a simulation game.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the cartoony approach?
I love it personally. Yeah. I'm absolutely totally digging the art style, the sort of stylized realism that they're going for. I think that for me, the kind of game that it is, I feel like it would look weird if it had like hyper detailed textures that were like super, like the skin is very sort of like flat toned, like you don't see like pores in the skin and that kind of stuff that you'd get in something like crazy like a Call of Duty or whatever. Your bust size should be probably 3 times that.
Well, thank you. Like that?
Yeah, maybe that's a little better.
I think that's as big as it can go, actually, and that's still not even like realistic. Okay,
yeah.
Good.
Yeah, there you go. That's a little better.
Trying to make her somewhat proportionate.
Yeah, I don't know. I think for me, I like my games stylized. Like, you know, me, like WildStar is a perfect example of a game that I think is absolutely gorgeous.
WildStar is wonderful.
It's very stylized. It's got a very cartoony, stylized look to it. And I think that's kind of the look that I like in games. Don't get me wrong, I love gorgeous looking realistic games like The Last of Us and whatever else, but I'm totally all about this art style. I think it's gorgeous.
Yeah, I think it's really grown on me when I first saw it at the first, I think it was the EA conference in E3 a couple years ago, or a year. Last year? Was it last year? Okay. I saw it and I didn't care for it as much, but that was really early, so it was still really blocky. Mm-hmm. But now seeing it close up, just with what they've done with it in this last little while, I actually really do like it. So
yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah. And obviously they have to give lots of makeup choices for the girls because usually it's probably more females who
is that like
play
a
the
slider
game.
bar? Like, what's that color stuff under at the bottom?
It's probably to the customization tools.
Oh, weird. You can totally customize the colors.
I'm surprised that well, maybe there's a palette. Maybe not. But the previous games you had a whole roller wheel to work with, but if they're trying to narrow down just what you can do, it's kind of interesting that there isn't more color options that I can see right now, but maybe there. So usually I do a cat eye.
I noticed something else while you were in that last screen there. It looks like there's click on the head symbol, I guess, one of them. Any of them, it probably doesn't matter.
Face?
Actually, maybe go back to makeup, yeah. So at the very top, there's like a sun. So those are allowing you to change your different.
Oh, there we go. So everyday, formal,
you can
athletic.
Do different makeup for.
You could do like nothing, and I assume this is for all the clothes, just like in the previous, like in Sims 3, you could do it as well. You could change your outfits and things like that for what you wanted to wear.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I wonder if you can do multiples. Well, we'll have to go into clothes and see, so I don't know where to click on it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so just clicking on the torso here, I just found that you can change the clothing. So you have your default body types here. I've sort of already adjusted mine to my body type. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty curvy, so kind of got an hourglass, so I just did that. Stylish looks.
Sporty shorty.
Interesting. So there's default
clothing.
Default clothing, yeah. You can sort of customize it. This one's very similar. I think they had that in the last Sims 3 as well, a very similar one. Let's see. So these might just be what they have right now.
You're still in the sports category.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's narrowing your options down.
All right, so if I go into everyday and do tops,
What's that second button?
this one up here?
No, like on the curve on the right, like the
Oh,
arch.
here?
Yeah, so you've got body type, which is the first one.
Oh, this one is body, and then you have styled looks, which is the one I
Oh,
clicked
that's
on.
okay. I missed that.
Yeah, so it looks like they have like defaults, like it could be favorites and just like try this one today or,
Yeah, like
or things like
staff
that.
made.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have shirts, and then you have your variety of jackets, t-shirts, sweaters, tanks, suit jackets, brassieres, vests, and then
Brows. Who needs a brow?
I do,
Oh.
obviously. You have your dresses, pants, accessories, things like that. One thing I was kind of can't talk. One thing I was sort of curious about here was whether or not you could layer clothes, because it was
okay.
something that they had in Sims 2, but then they took it away in Sims 3. So I've always been wondering. So if we had, especially because they have jackets, so it looks like they did the same thing where it just has. So yeah, unfortunately, it's what they had in Sims 3 as well, where they took away the ability to layer clothing. But that's just because it's such a complex game already to be able to layer.
Yeah.
And they give you so many options with like changing
There's
all
so many colors for a lot of those. Look at the colors
Yeah.
on that shirt.
all the palette here. You can choose all these different ones. And it actually changes, it looks like it changes the graphic as
Yeah,
well.
some of them change.
So it has some default. So, I mean, these are really minimal. Obviously, to expect expansion packs and the content packs as well. But they always usually have just a few, but the ability to sort of customize it is still there.
Yeah, well, if you think about The Sims, every one of them, like The Sims 3 has content packs and expansion packs combined is like 24 or something ridiculous like that. And
Yeah.
each one of them adds like 100 different clothing items. It starts to get a little bit absurd.
Yeah, so
Some tights.
just jeans.
Oh, I guess those are jeans.
Yeah, I like my jeans. Alright. So yeah, there's quite a few options actually for just a demo. There's a lot in here, so I'll just pick something random.
Yeah, I wonder if this is like a sample of the clothing that's available, or if this is...
If it's actually
yeah.
everything. Yeah, well, it does release in about 2 weeks, so
Yeah.
it could very possibly be.
Oh, there's like 100 different types of shoes. Go back into the...
Yeah, you can pick different types of shoes as well. So, sorry, I skipped that. So it's sandals, same thing with the dresses and everything that have all the different, so you have like formal, short, long, whatever. Same thing with the shoes, so you can do sandals.
Oh.
There's flats.
Oh, those are just filters.
Yeah, they're just the filters, but the default when you click on it is
It's
all
all
of them
of them.
shows. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna choose the bunny slippers because they're adorable. Yeah, and then accessories. It looks like you have bracelets, gloves, rings, leggings, which you could put under clothes.
That's weird. Why are
And
leggings
socks.
considered a...
Because then it would give you the ability to layer.
Hmm.
Because then you could do things like that where you have like a skirt and then whatever,
Okay.
just different things. So let's see. Press X here. Excellent.
Oh, cool. You can actually remove items.
Yeah. It'd be silly. You just pile it all on. Oh, I don't want it anymore. I just have to commit suicide. Alright. So, okay. So they do have tattoos, which they had in the previous game as well.
Full sleeves and stuff.
Full sleeves. So it's not the customized ones like last time, I don't think, which came out in the Aspirations, Sims 3 Aspirations expansion pack, which allowed you to actually become a tattoo artist and also create tattoos.
Yeah,
So
and choose where kind of a little bit of flexibility around where they go.
yeah, exactly.
You can have multiple tattoos.
You can
though.
have multiple tattoos, which is neat. I just don't have that. There's not that many. Alright. So I wonder, there's no remove all, I don't think. Unless I do like that.
Oh, there you go.
Aha!
Look at that, we're learning.
Look at that! I found a little X up there and it had the ability to remove all. Cool. So she's just kind of hanging around in her gitch
Ooh.
there. Alright, so that was just a brief look at the Sims 4 demo Create a Sim. What'd you think?
I think it's pretty cool. There's a lot of flexibility. Plus, I mean, we only played around with it for a little while. I'm sure you can get a lot more in depth. I noticed when you were playing around with the face, there was a detail edit mode, which I think we might be able to get into a little bit more
we can
detail
look at that
on
a
the
little
left-hand
closer.
side there.
Oh yeah. So you can even go even closer
Yeah.
and pull out like
Just the bottom lips and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, so you can certainly fine tune it a little bit. I think I'm gonna have lots of fun and spend lots of time, playing with this a little bit more. And I think you should too. So go out on the website or go on Origin and check it out for yourself. Play around. Feel free to give us your feedback on what you thought. Yeah, I got really excited. I'm really excited about
Yeah, me too.
Sims 4 coming out.
This is pretty cool. I really hope that the home building has this much power and depth in it.
Yeah,
that's something I'm
absolutely.
really hoping for.
All right.
All right.
Well, thanks for joining me today, Ryan.
Thank you for having me.
All right. See you later, guys.
Later.